Alright, back to trying to unpack what's happening here. Oop. Just need to spot where the interaction is. Alright, let's try following this highlighted path. Oh. Just straight up goes somewhere, okay. It's like one of the most inconvenient and annoying enemies to fight, so I never will until they make me. That's my favorite song. Is this just you? Oh, there's no thing here. It's just the obligatory, there's always one of these guys. Blippity bloppity blue. Yeah, I don't see... I do not see a leaky hole. Phrasing. And whatever's going on here, I shouldn't need a pet. Water must go higher. The fact that the bubble gem is in this cave indicates to me that the water doesn't go any higher than this. But it can go higher than what it is right now, probably. There we go. I got up here. I hate slippery climbing so much. Zora longsword. I already have too many swords. That rock's freaking out. Look at this. Look at the warping it's doing. Oh, it's weird to look at. When I zoom in, it won't do it, I'm sure, but you can see it freaking out when I move back and forth here. Some kind of weird LOD stuff. Okay. If I can get up to there, then I can fly over to there, having not solved the puzzle. Otherwise, getting in that drain is probably the solution. I get it from over there, maybe? What's that? There's something there. I don't know, I'm probably being dumb here. But it's hard to see anything in here. And it's all wet, and the wet walls make it so you can't climb. You can climb sometimes, in some ways. Oh, there's a nice slope here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No! 1. Okay. 5 is too many. Do 4. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get! Ah, so close. Okay, let's get back up here because the height gave me an advantage. This gives me a little more advantage. Just walk. I know you can walk here. Ugh. I don't know if that gave me any advantage. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Alright, well, there's no universe where this is the intended path, because it's too stupid. But that's not gonna stop me. There's less climbing to do over here. Four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay, ha! I have made it higher. Why did I do that? Well, now I should be able to just make it myself. And just not solve the level. Ta-da! Come on, get home there. And better to say. Alright, yeah, where am I missing the next blocked water thing? I'm not trying to be dense here, I do not see it. All of these appear to not be blocked. I don't know, maybe I was supposed to climb up here? Wait, was there a waterfall? No, okay. I was like, was there a waterfall right there to go up? Because that'd be really embarrassing. A waterfall. A waterfall descended from the sky. Link, what happened? Is this your doing? Yeah. Aha! So you activated a mysterious device in the ruins. And then the waterfall appeared. I believe I understand. To a Zora, a waterfall is no different from a path. That must be the meaning behind watery bridge. Yes, it must. This dialogue would make more sense if you weren't a Zora. Like, oh wow, that is right, because the Zora could do it. You're a Zora! This is intuitive, right? If we climb this waterfall, we shall ascend to the sky. Link, I knew you could do it. My belief in you is well placed as ever. Huh?
Here. Come here. Come to me.
It is happening again. Is someone calling to me? What was that sound I just heard? Well, in any case, we now have a path forward. All that is left is to press ever forward. With your Zora armor, you can climb the waterfall as well. Let us be off to our next adventure. Link. There's something just truly exhausting about how they explain everything to do like 7 times in a row. You're like, yes, I understand the significance of a waterfall. I've expressed my understanding of this several times. There's a key item that gives me the ability to swim with the waterfall. Hey, Wellspring Island. It just feels like it. Ooh, the low grab is trippy. It just feels like it'd be so much more graceful if these games were like just let you fail, and there was like, oh, how do I get up this waterfall? What's going on? What do I do here? And then, if they wanted to cover their ass, they could have one NPC, like an unnamed NPC, just kind of hanging out near the waterfall, like looking into it, like that one was earlier. And if you get stuck, you could talk to that person, and they'd be like, you know, you should probably get your Zora armor fixed. This lady has been holding it for you. And that would like gesture you towards the armor if you didn't get it yet. But if you have the armor, you already know you can climb waterfalls, and especially after the first waterfall that's mandatory to climb, which I think the first truly mandatory one is probably the one by the Zora King. After that, you could probably stop explaining it, because like they've done it before. This is a mechanic we already know. The game doesn't re-explain. It doesn't usually re-explain that you can glide or shoot arrows. Usually, there are definitely moments where like, wow, if only someone used a splash fruit by attaching it to like some kind of arrow, they could solve the problem or something. I don't know. It's a bummer because it gets tedious listening to the explanation. It feels condescending when you already get what to do, and then the game sits there and explains what to do. And in this case, it was like, whoa, a waterfall. Because, like, for a Zora, that's like a path. That's why it was called the Watery Bridge. And it's like, okay, I went into a shrine, I pressed a button, and a waterfall came down. That's already enough. In old school, in a lot, not every Zelda, there definitely have been over-explained Zeldas in the past. Like, a lot of them. It varies. But, like, in a lot of Zeldas, the waterfall coming down, and shown in a cutscene as a reward for your action, would indicate, hey, that's important. You should probably go there. And then you just go there. And you can probably figure out the rest yourself. But this game, you go there, and then Sidon is like, wow, a Zora can swim up a waterfall. And then a dedicated cutscene goes, Link, come up here. Come up the waterfall. It's me, Zelda, beckoning you up the waterfall. Look at this camera angle with the words, come here. And then it cuts to Sidon again, and he's like, you know, with your Zora armor. I'm like, oh my god, this is like 5 explanations of what to do, and it's a thing that the player should already know how to do. I know that my rant is longer than that, so it's not like I'm talking about saving time or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, it's just like, it quashes the moment where it's like, oh, wow, oh yeah, I did the thing. And you kind of just want those portal tinglies of the game just respecting you and letting you push forward and figure out what to do next at some point, and understanding that you might get stuck for a moment, and that just makes you solving it more satisfying if you do get stuck, but usually you just won't because the way forward is pretty straightforward. But them over-explaining it not only kills the pacing and kills the puzzle, or it's not even really a puzzle, it's just basic gameplay. But like, it drags, it feels condescending. It also, particularly, it harms the characters because so much of their dialogue is spent just explaining and re-explaining basic game mechanics over and over again. And it feels increasingly strange just because this is a video game where the majority of my time is me wandering around on my own devices and picking my own adventures and choosing what to do myself and having to intuit on my own what to do with, like, say something like that. Like, that's not explained. That's just a weird thing you get to figure out, and that's cool. So why do they trust me with the weird floating globes that have a spinny lever and one hole, but they don't trust me to just use the Zora armor to go up a slope when I've already done it before? Ooh. Gravity balls. That's not the name of that show. Gravity balls. Can I grab it? Basically. Okay, so these are devices that suspend water around them. There are a multitude of reasons why that would be useful. Like this. See? A little interaction that let you figure out for yourself. I get that this is optional and the other one's not, but damn. Speaking of, like, these are things I'm bad at intuiting, is like the compared value and power of each weapon in these games. It was already iffy before, because in Breath of the Wild you had several weapon categories, so they had different stats. You're given a numerical damage stat per weapon, but then they were different categories, so you couldn't really compare categories with each other, so it was hard to gauge their power and figure out which ones to keep. But this one, they're all wildly different base weapons that have different modifiers for how they interact with things you attach to them, and then you can attach stuff to them, which means they're hard to cross-compare the value of them individually, and it's hard to compare the value of a thing you've already augmented with a thing you haven't augmented yet, because one of them is powered up and the other one isn't, but that doesn't mean that the powered up one is better, because you could just put something on the weaker one, and if you put the same thing on the weaker one, maybe it'd be stronger than the currently stronger one will. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know. If you ever wonder why I'm making suboptimal choices with the weapons and whatnot, it's because I'm kind of just powering through all of that uncertainty, just moving on, because it doesn't seem to matter that much how optimized I play with that gear, but I get that it's more complicated than my mashing through it probably looks, but I'm just like, I'm not going to check a wiki about this. I'm going to keep playing. What is this place? My body. It feels light as a feather. This is a strange place indeed, but right now we must focus on locating the source of the sludge. Link, it is time to divide and conquer. Let us split up for the time being. Goodbye, Mr. Tiny Legs. Meanwhile, I and my proportional legs will cover lots of ground. Ha! Alright, so let's cover these. Let's jump into these bubbles. That one is too high. So they start here. Eh. Okay, I can just hold on. Okay. Just hang out for a bit. And like, I know the obvious retort. One, I just said something complicated. So if you engage with very bad faith, then you could be like, well, you just said that thing's too complicated, so how can you say the other thing's too simple? Like, obviously everything should be over-explained for you because you don't understand the other thing. But it's like, okay, a complex multi-stage augmented loot system is a little different than use the item on the thing it works on for the 7th time in a row. But that's the super bad faith response. The one that people will often say is that, like, well, I've been watching your Let's Plays and I've seen you get stuck before. I may have even seen you blame the game for it before. Therefore, every tutorial ever is justified in condescending to you because you're not smart and you make mistakes sometimes. And the simple fact that you make mistakes is the reason why the thing that lets you make the mistake shouldn't exist. And congratulations. And I'm saying this isn't really hypothetical, it's just an actual conversation that happens most of the time. But like, even in that situation, it's like, okay, congratulations, dude. You've recreated the exact mentality that led to the exhausting tutorials in these games. Like, that's why they're there. It's like, well, we can't let the person ever make a mistake, because they've made mistakes before. So we have to, every time a player gets stuck, or confused, or makes a mistake, that's a problem that has to be fixed. We have to fix that. And so they keep sanding off the edges until no one ever gets stuck. But then you're also never... There's no friction and you never think, and that's all, and that is its own kind of disappointing. I would rather get stuck more often than be over-explained this often about what to do. But this is an endless Ouroboros nightmare conversation where people will always have another rebuttal, because I've been doing it forever. Like, oh, you said that Elden Ring should make more sense, or some other game, because like this... Yes, there are games that literally never explain their mechanics. And that's sometimes really iffy. All of these things... Oh, this is the problem with nuances. You have to, like, sit here and do 500 caveats of the discussion. Because, yes, sir, indeedy, there are games that could do with a bit more explaining. Because in many cases, they... straight up feature a mechanic that has never been in a video game before, and you have to intuit on the fly how it even works, and sometimes that is not conveyed. The truly sneaky, brilliant, cool way of handling any of the kind of this problem is to find some kind of way to express how the mechanic works in the game. And that's always fun. Like, a variety of platformers are really good at having it work by having, say, for example... I was like, why isn't it firing? There's a variety of platformers and other kinds of games that are good at doing this by having the solution be that... why is the floor like that? You'll have like an enemy that's doing the mechanic, or some other thing, like it's expressed via maybe like in a Mario game there's a toad doing the mechanic and you're like, ah, that's how that interaction works, and then you can do the interaction on purpose because you've seen a toad do it. I don't know why I'm explaining all this though. I've gone too far down the rabbit hole. I think it's because I'm now in a linear bit of just go do the thing. So as a result, I don't really have gameplay to react to right now, because I'm just gonna hang out and do the thingy. Hello. Like, that is itself a game that this... Old map! Ooh. Where do you go? It's down there. I should pursue some more of those again. That's a clever thing this game does, is it when you're on one of the layers, it often gives you things to check out on the other layers. And you're like, what's happening on those other layers? And it gives you reason to keep switching back and forth so you don't over-focus on one of them. Although ultimately the ground layer just has way more content than either of the other layers. The sky layer just straight up has way less real estate, although it is more densely packed with stuff to do. And the underground area is seemingly the same size as the ground area, but more sparsely populated with actual things to do. So you cover a lot of ground relatively quickly and then just move on with your life. Which is fine. I don't want 3 times as much game. That sounds exhausting. There already is more than before, I'm sure. Yeah, part of why I'm baffled by some of the tutorial stuff just being way too in your face and exhausting is because other parts of this game do a good job with that kind of stuff. Shadows? I think it's the sun, not anything moving. Woo! I wish I could turn stuff on with that power. Like when you're holding it, you press a button to activate the thing you're holding to make it start doing instead of hitting it. A hydrant. That's handy. That's a worthwhile reward to get potentially up here. Because it's the thing that comes in handy at the moment. They primed me where the easiest way forward is just to move it around with my powers. Oh, I forgot I can jump high. But if I wanted to, I could do other things too. Okay, Mighty Zonaite Shield. There we go. The Mighty Zonaite Shield is already fused. The shield... What? Is durable and draws on its stored energy to more efficiently use an attached Zonite device. Yeah. Oh. I pressed this weapon button. That's my bad. Alright. I was just about to talk about how it's easier to use the power because a shield seems to run out faster, but now we have very uneven terrain and I cannot use the power. So I can't take it with me. Yeah, I find it strange when the tutorials are exhausting like that, specifically because the game is full of content where the tutorials don't do that. Like how often a shrine will wordlessly just be like, here's an opening room, there's one thing you can do to continue forward. You're gonna figure out how to do this before you can do the rest of the shrine. And then the rest of the shrine riffs on that mechanic. So that quiet, satisfying version of teaching makes me yearn for it whenever they then are like, what if I slowly explain what to do? And I guess that the difference is that it's often the critical path versus the optional path. But it's still very startling to have the game just turn into a different video game and behave wildly differently and respect you to a very different degree the moment you're doing something that's mandatory. I don't know. One of those things that's a bit, who's this for? Got it. Na 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 na. Oh. See, here's a cute little moment. Where it's like, oh, I get what to do. Oh, that's what's happening. Listen, I said I get what to do. I didn't say that I can perfectly judge the 3D space. There we go. Da-da-da-da! I think that's also part of what I'm getting into is also why I think it feels like such a success, yay moment when okay, I see what's happening here. Probably have to rewind them. I probably want to do the next one because this one looks like it's gonna die soon. Like, you want to get to a normal shrine like this, you're like, yay! I'm just gonna go experiment and solve the thing and have fun. But then you get to other shrines and it's like, here is a slow, lengthy explanation for what you must do. Have you read the explanation? You can't skip it, you have to read it in real time. With the funny monk slow voice. Very good. Now do the thing I explained 3 times. Wow. Here's your reward. You're out of inventory space. I'm like, cool, every part of this process was not enjoyable for me. Thanks, game. No! God, ah! Oh, that's like really hard to get into. Okay. Oh god, the gravity is... Okay, it's fine. Just need to take a moment. The gravity in the shrine is wild. Ah, I've ruined the next one. How can I jump? The first time I scraped out of it and didn't go with the bubble. The next time I tried jumping into the bubble to start off on the top of the bubble. But then I jumped through and over the bubble. I'm like, oh god damn it. Ah. I am well and truly fucking up this interaction in a unique way, like 7 times in a row. It's very funny. No! Okay, I can still go through you. No! Oh my god, the gravity is killing me. I was like, okay, I'm stuck in this bubble. How do I get out of this bubble? I guess I swim, right? I press the swim button. Pressing the swim button rocketed me forward and over the platform again. Oh my god, kill me. Okay. I never anticipated how much of a struggle this gravity was going to be. All right, we'll angle this way. There we go. Oh no, 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 no. Okay, fuck it, I'll just wait for that. Yeah, I don't want to wait for the next one. I'm sick of waiting. My impatience has caused all of my problems so far. Bump bump. Give it. Oh my god. No, come on! Why is this so hard? I can't believe the power with which you jump. It doesn't make sense actually to me. You're jumping into water. Shouldn't the water grab you a bit? It has like no power over you. There we go. We're finally fucking floating. See? Fucking up is more entertaining than being told what to do and just mindlessly doing the thing after being told 7 times in a row. See, I'm not complaining I'm fucking up, although oh god, look at that go. I do think some of the gravity and whatnot is weird here. Okay. I only wanted to. So it must continue forward and then redirect when it does this? Okay. And hopefully this angle works out for me. If it goes high enough, I can just fly over. Okay, that's gonna be what's happening. Yay! Low gravity was a menace. Wow. Florgity, florgity, durgity. Wow. Go get some health. Buddy. Blarger, blorger, blorger, blorger. You did the thing. Is this the thing that does a shovey? A pop shovey? It does look like it go. Oh, there it is. It's like something about here is how this thing go. It's that you shoot this. I'm in danger. Go. Right when I was looking to see what was wrong. Why isn't this thing doing the thing it does? That did not make it far. That was, even though it was like rocketed through the air by a thingy, it was still like the most disappointing bird thing we've ridden so far. Uh-oh. Continuing my habit of not fighting anything. Strong Zonai longsword. I do believe I've already got one. Oh my god, look how look how high I jump with that. Okum dokum, nearest water source I think is over there. Maybe I can make this work. I don't love my chances with it. I think I'm better off riding up this because it makes you fly a bit. Yeah, that makes way more sense. Wee woo. One's higher. Yep. Okay. Really getting thrown off by the gravity being different. Hey! Another one. You've already found the treasure shown on this old map? Oh, that's disappointing. I guess I'm just too cool. Can I make it? 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 Yep. Yep, 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 yep. Is that a kill everybody chest? I haven't seen one of those for a while. Bad news for you. He exploded. Trying to throw rocks at me? So rude. Stand up. Whoa, gravity. Whoa. It's garbage. Okay, let's get rid of the paddle, I guess. Probably don't need the paddle anymore. Ah, it is a wand, though. Yeah, that one was about to break anyway. Crafting items. Ba-doop boop. That is just a stick. Granted, most weapons are not better. I'm up here now. Okay. Okay, these are time reversal ones. Careful. I saw it floating in space, so I took a moment to like wonder, like, what do they want from me here? Could have been a time reversal one, or could have been like a new mechanic of like, hey, now hit it, and it'll go fly over there. Oh wow, I forgot about that. I've not used that in ages. Oh! There's plates down here. Yep. You can make a religion out of that. Do 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 do. I'm making a thing. Yep. Good. There we go. Still good at video games. Oop. Whoop. Captain 2 Reaper. I have a flame rod. I'm probably not going to use the flame emitter spear. As well hold on to these relatively strong weapons in case I have to fight a bunch of boss fights. Alright, well there sure is a shocking number of these around here. When will enough be enough? Not yet! Okay. Okay, dear. Let's have you lay down for a minute. I really was just like hoping like it's either gonna collide or I'm gonna catch it in time, right? Right? I don't know if this is what they expected me to do. It does feel like I'm just supposed to redirect that bubble in the correct direction. Good. This thing has so much inertia. What? Oh. I'm mixed up on what left and right are going to do, I guess, at this point. The lag. Yep. It takes a long time for a big object to move. Wow, it's still barely long enough. Honestly impressive. I do see the bubble here, so I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to just make the bubble go the other way. Oops. You know what? Whatever. We've deflected a bubble before in the chamber to continue forward. But I just figured it didn't look that far, and it gave me a bunch of these. But it was kind of far, actually. Nope. Oh, I got rid of my water. Oh wait, this. My shield. I got rid of my water wand. I've still got a water shield. That's a strong healing radish. Okay. Skateboard, floating platform, and fans. How did he get here already? Why did I just go the way you went? Okay, I didn't, Didn't we establish that the floating platform, stops in midair and doesn't maintain momentum? I think I tried to make a craft out of the floating platform. Like, I wanted to put, like, fans or rockets on it and have it be like an infinite hoverboard. But it doesn't float, I don't think. So I do believe we're just supposed to make a skateboard hovercraft right here. Da 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 da. Okay. What could go wrong? I'm gonna die. No. 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 Yes. No. Yes. Yes. No. No. Yes. Yes. Ah! That's a paddling. Okay, that was a terrifying vehicle. You gonna stay there? Yeah, that's its normal seating position. Hi! This really is such a strange place. My body felt light as air, allowing me to soar surprisingly high when I was climbing the waterfalls. As we are in an unfamiliar place, let us proceed with caution, Link. Please take care as you forge ahead. Or else. That guy's a dick. Nope. Haha, you glow now, loser. Which ones are augmented again? Oh yeah, every single one that has a gold icon is augmented, right? So these kind of finished weapons, I don't have to merge anything to finish it. Oh, this one's a heavy one. Calm down. Down on some of my more reasonable things to eat. Okay. He did 1 billion damage. Calm down. Done and done. Was he mandatory? Link, let us keep pushing forward. I was not expecting that to be a mandatory fight. I thought I was just kind of opting into that. But I had a cutscene. That's unexpected. Is that a waterfall? I wonder what we should do with waterfalls. From what I can tell, all of the sludge waterfalls are flowing from the ruins above here. In other words, if there is a source for this sludge somewhere, it must be... Link, once you are amply prepared, let us dive right in. I'm ready. Right. The time has finally arrived. Off we go. Yep. I do get a little nervous with the waterfalls where for just a second I'm always like, do I press Y on them? Do I press A on them? Do I interact with the waterfall or do I just go into it? I kind of always end up pressing something and being like, this is right? I'm not entirely sure if I need to. We have reached the waterfall. Damn, 3 hours in, I was done with the, Yeah, 3 hours into a session, I was done with the entire Rito storyline, and in the Zora one, we're just now arriving here! Oh no! God, this gravity is killing me. Okay. I just have a normal desire to hop up on a thing. It's like, is this a... I'm noticing an irony. If I'm seeing this right, I'm noticing an irony in the idea that the Rito bird people temple takes place in a ship. And the fish people temple takes place in the open air, seemingly. It looks like it's just going to be in the open air. It's very funny. These two are very contradictory. I wonder if the other two might make a matching pair of sorts, too. How magnificent. Do you think that such a structure was floating in the sky above our own Zora's domain? Link, look. That is surely the source of the sludge. I am certain of it. We must do something about it. That is it. Link, you see it, do you not? If we could only make use of that water. Look at the way that the sludge moves in weird little mechanical... Each step of the way, it moves in spits and furts, like it, which implies like it's stopping is the weird part, really. It's stopping and starting so much. Oh. It seems it does not work. But you saw it too, did you not? Using that mechanism did have an effect. There simply was not enough water. Almost like you have to go do like 5 things around this place. That sound again.
Cherished kin. This is the source of the pure waters of Zora's domain. Use your power to turn on the 4 faucets and you can collect water here. Heed my words.
It happened yet again. Only this time I heard the voice loud and clear. The 4 faucets. I see. If we turn those on, we can acquire more water for the water vessels. Right. Let us get to work, Link. Together, with our powers combined, there is nothing in this world that can stop us. Just spurting everywhere. Okay, so I think that was the Zora sage or whatever, and not. Oop. I want this thing to go somewhere. We need to make it go somewhere on our own. I think it was not Zelda, but I mistook it as being Zelda before because I don't know. It's just consistent voice acting style. I think the voice acting in these games is kind of bad. Something just feels wrong about them. There's like something about the voices that's like too airy and not emotive enough and a little too monotone. And there's also like, it's hard to explain, but almost like a weird quietness to them that feels weird. It's definitely distinct from other games, so I can see why they might have maintained some of the choices here in the sequel to make them aesthetically consistent with the previous game, since they're so similar. But overall, I don't like the voice acting very much. I don't think that's a particularly unusual take for these games. There's a ball. There's probably a thing to put the ball into. Oh god. Oh god, the physics is so weird in low gravity. So there, and there. I've got your ability, which makes this easier, I think. Okay, turn off the waterfall, maybe? Because there's a ball spot. I guess I need to get the ball from down there to up here. Ah. I got the ball, and the ball won. I got the ball, and the ball won. I don't know where the ball went. I hope it ends up where I want it. Hope it ends up where I want it. Okay, they're pretty much just stopping there. Yeah, I can't reach it. Just wait for it to die and drop it. It'll be down here in a jiffy. Yeah? 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 Oh. So close. So unsatisfying. There you go. Right. Okay. It's a floater. If If I can fuse you to you, then you'll attach, and I believe this thing can't be affected by physics, is the rule. It means I can force it in there, and it'll stay. There you go. I'm very smart. Whoop. Oh, there's a water wheel down there. Okum dokum. Is there a way to stop the water from flowing? Okay, I think that's a dam. So if I attach you to the dam, I can also affect your current level consistently forever. I guess stick it on top for satisfaction and no other reason, really. Just aesthetically makes more sense that way. There we go. Which also would defeat the purpose. Yeah, so I also don't need to do that. I guess that's how they expected me to put it in there in the first place, which means I wouldn't. Which is probably why they made it permanent. It felt weird that they made it not permanent. In that, or, how do I put it? It's weird that letting go of it didn't close the door again, because that's how it usually would work when they made it so that the mechanic is underwater. It's like, oh, you gotta press this button a specific way where it holds, but the water makes it stop. How are you gonna fix that? And then I fixed it, but fixing it wasn't actually necessary because just hitting it once solves it permanently, which is weird in that context, because they put water there to make it so you could temporarily solve it by just jamming in there with your hand, but it would bounce out. So just weird. It's weird that it's that type of one and not the other type. Link, do you see that? Some kind of thing that I can do with specifically my power. I am certain that this water wheel must be connected to the temple's faucets. Yes. Sir? Come here. I need you to do this, so come with me. Oh, that was weird to look at. I wasn't expecting it to move that way.